Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. We were over 2,000 on YouTube, right? And only about 600 of us actually really left the comment section to go and like the broadcast. It is so sad, right? That sometimes so little thing that does really matter so much are totally or like intentionally ignored. You could do that for me. Indeed, even if you don't like me, you could do that. Just like, well, I've been seated here for like over 100 minutes. You've been with me for over 100 minutes. Imagine that. And then you only have just about 600 of people who actually felt like, yeah, okay, I would just like it. I shall like it. They like it. No, I do below. I want to like it. You get what I mean? So here, I have my first caller though, but I also need to remind us that, listen, there is a big event of the IPOB coming up in London this weekend as well, 24th. And guess the first caller? The Prince JJ Man, representing IPOB. Is that you? Are you there, by the way? Prince.
Yes, I'm here, my good general.
The Prince, representing IPOB.
IPOB for life.
That is him. He's our first caller this evening. So, sir, you have the floor, Prince.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you so much, Baba.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, greetings to everyone on the Temple of Truth. You guys are wonderful. Please let every one of us like and share this program. Let it go wide. Yeah.
Go every for that though. Go on.
Baba, why I'm calling in is because of this professor.
Professor
What is his name?
or which one?
Lumumba. Yes. He gave a wrong information in his speech today, and I want someone to tag him if possible, so that he can hear this. And I'm calling because of our children, because this is a diary, so that our children will not be misled. They deliberately hid history from us in Nigeria, so that people will not know what is going on. And our children will be misguided and continue to believe in futility as a nation. Why I am saying this is, one, he said that if you go anywhere in the world, if you don't see a Nigeria, that you should run away. That is the misinformation. You should come back to Nigeria and ask where that information came from, or where the people that are being used to give that information is the Igbos, the Biafrans. If they go to a desert, they will turn it to an ocean, not Nigeria. Our children should know the right information. That is one. Then secondly, he was telling the world that Nigeria, they say, is 200 million, but they think they are more than 300 million. So they are powerhouse that people should hope on for the Africa to be a giant. That is another misinformation. In Nigeria, when census are being counted, cows are being counted as human beings. Not only human being are being counted. They count cow as human being. In the north, where they have women in their hut, you don't census people who are counting census don't enter there. It's Bashiga. They will just tell you people that are there are 10 children, and that's what you write on your book, and you get away with.
Scientific whatever to back any of the number.
Exactly. So even as they are saying Nigeria is up to 200 million, is a lie. Maybe we are about 100 million, because they can include cows and counting and goats. They count everybody together. That is this Buhari made us to understand that cow is also valuable like human being. We shouldn't, if one cow is being killed, 100 Nigeria can be killed, and they will pay 500,000 naira.
Thank you so much,
Equivalent to
Prince
human being.
Gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me add something anyway. So I'm going to take another one, though, Baba. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
because of
Baba.
our time, right? Or you can listen to this, all right? So there's something I want to quickly add, right? To what Prince Jejeman said. There is a belief that a lot of us agree and are, kind of like, this is fact, that if there's anywhere you go to in any part of the world and you do not see any Igbo man, not Nigerian, any Igbo man there, the ideal thing is that you should leave. There's possibility, right, that you are just wasting your time in that place enough that, you know what I mean, like you won't see. Yeah, people change that to, if you go to anywhere and you don't see a Nigerian, leave that place. I get that. But there's also one piece of information that all of us should know. The word that anywhere you go to, that you don't see Nigerians, right? That people kind of use is also relative. We from the southern part of Nigeria, we tend to love going to Western countries, and we have a lot of us there. But do you know something? The northerners, they were actually the most people who live outside Nigeria the most. We kind of agree that they don't live outside the blah, blah, blah. When you go to, for example, if you go to Chad, even Niger, you will see Nigerians there, right? In their, if not in their millions, you will see them in their hundreds of thousands. Guess where they mostly come from? Northern Nigeria. Now, this is not a context. Sorry, it's not actually not a contest. And I want people who are enlightened not to see this as a form of, you see, when people are making an expression, sometimes depends on what they are talking about. Okay. So when you see, what do you call it? When you see, or when you look at the top and top firms all over the world, you are likely going to see the inclusion or the involvement of Nigerians there, including Northerners. I've had Northerners who are working as scientists in American institutions as we speak. We have Northerners who are working at, not just American firms and all of that. We are talking about scientific research institutes. So the point Professor Lumumba was making was just to let us know that you actually have the potential that cut across everywhere. From the north to the east to the west to across the whole place. If you pay attention, you will see a lot of people who have become American, British, this, that, and they are from all these places from Nigeria doing great stuff. I'm talking about brainy guys who are never given the chance to have a chance of actually transferring that same brain and all of that into fixing that contraption. And we know why. So don't always make it look like it's not a total misinformation. It's called the expression. And sometimes you use hyperbole, you use a metaphor. Sometimes you use some numbers just to drive some message, right? And it shouldn't be lost on us. I thought I should add that, even though we generally believe the Northerners don't travel. We are the Southerners. We are the one everywhere. Calm down. Actually, that is not true. I'll take another call. I don't know if I still have you there, though. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, you are.
Yeah,
how are you? That's Old Up, right?
Yes.
Old Up from Leeds.
How are you too? I've been listening to you. I've listened to how energetic you've been today, and I can only be proud of you.
Thank you. You are becoming controversial these days, and I wish I have a means of trying to get all of you back on track, but it is the temple of truth. You are always free to speak your mind. So, Baba.
Okay.
Go for it.
Basically, I like, of course, it's always good to always remind ourselves that we can only talk about these things, right? Because if people people who are meant to change, to make the true change,
Yes.
are there. They are not doing anything,
I know.
right? So we only have reactions. People who know how to speak English, pastors, imam, professors, doctors who will only say things on arise, AIT, and on and on and on. And nothing comes back, you see. And after they've given their speech, 2 months down the line, they will change their tone again and then they will start talking about it. We are all confused. Even me myself, sometimes I even ask myself that, do I actually recognize, do I know myself truly? Because one time something will go this way, the other time some other idea will start coming up that, okay, maybe if I do it this way, maybe there will be another, it will it will yield a different result. However, what I'm trying to, see, Nigerian government they are all scavenging, right? Because the Chinese, the Chinese people, they are not stupid. If you remember when Saudi Arabia newly started about 40 years ago, there was nothing there, right? And they used their resources to bring in expatriates and all, and Americans helped them to
And
build
if you know
that
how
country,
many, if you know how
right?
many Nigerians who are lecturers, who are doctors, who are nurses, who are like these
Yes,
experts in Saudi
yes,
Arabia,
yes,
and guess what, sir?
exactly, yes.
There are so many of them that are not even Muslims. They are just experts plucked from Nigeria, right here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So the point I'm trying to make here is that when when Nigeria claimed to have a lot of graduates and hotspots, their real potential has not been unlocked. Their real potential is still in a box under the ground somewhere in Nigeria,
Mm.
and they go to other countries to use their skills, which is not really truly showing, right? The only place they've been unable to show themselves to display themselves to be somebody is when they come back to Nigeria and then to become a politician, which at the end of the day ends up to be very disastrous. Well, however, what I'm trying to say here is that American built Saudi Arabia is not because Saudi Arabia never wanted the cash, really, the physical cash. No, they want their experts to come and build that country to lay the true foundation of how that place will be.
The know-how,
Now, which
knowledge transfer, and all that. Mm.
know how and all that one.
Like
And that has also
Instead of Saudi Arabia to agree with America to go and refine their crude oil in Europe, they asked them to build refineries in Saudi there. The best of the best they wanted
exactly
built right there in Saudi Arabia.
because
Mm.
yes, because they have there are people who knows where they come from and who know that they are truly Arabs, so they don't want to compromise. And of course, if 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 people knows that okay, this is what we have, and then we can't compromise that with anything. We can't be stealing stealing from our people. And if the other people sees that these people are not that kind of people who you can entice with physical money, dollar or whatever, in order to get away with all their resources, then they know that okay, these people are the main business, and that was the case in Nigeria when Nigeria newly had independence, because the place was built for Nigerians when we have a regional system, and then because the white people never know where what what are these people actually wanted, but they thought like okay, like everybody else, they want a good governance, they want everything to be done rightfully. But these days, things are no longer that way because they realize that Nigerians only want to steal from their people.
So they just
And
said,
the Chinese people, yes, so the Chinese people come, they invest, they invest by bringing their own people, their engineers, their people who know how to do things. They will build the things, the railway and all these things, and then they will now debit Nigerian government. So that means Nigeria is owing them. right? So Nigeria are not happy about that, especially the corrupt, the ones that are infested with diseases, these APC people and all. They are not happy about it. They say, ah,
They would
okay,
rather have the
you think
money
you can
more.
just you can just build port seaport or you build a train station or whatever, and then you will now say, oh, now we are owing you money. Of course, that is how it should be, really, because the Chinese, they know that if we give these people this money, they will steal it. It won't yield any result at all. And the same thing,
Hold up.
the,
Thank you so much.
yeah,
Because of our
sorry,
time.
let me just conclude this. And then these Western people, the European and whatever, they know that Nigerians are, especially, most of Africans are already corrupt anyway, so they would rather entice them with money by means of IMF. So they give them that money and then with exorbitant interest rates, because eventually that money is either they won't pay it back, and then they will end up stealing it anyway. So which which we end up in square one and
It is like
nothing.
catch 22.
So
Just go in circle and
yeah,
nothing. Thank you so much,
so
Baba.
they just crumbling everywhere. So I wonder why did you say I'm becoming controversial? Is he in a good way or in a negative
I'll
way?
tell you next time.
Okay.
I like it. I
All
don't
right.
have problem with controversial people. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
okay? Because one thing there is
yeah.
that you are somebody who can trigger conversation. So yeah, keep it that way. I'll tell you next time.
Yeah.
You have a good one, okay?
Okay.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
That's hold up, ladies and gentlemen. I have another caller, and then here. Hello.
Hello, Mayegun General.
Prince Adewale, the African Wahala. How are you today, Baba?
I'm doing very well. I'm just excited to be in Glasgow very, very soon
I know.
to begin the Yoruba Union Summit.
I'm looking forward to seeing you, by the way. Trust me.
Oh, yes, sir. It's going to be a great time and
It will.
a forward-moving time, by God's grace.
It shall be. And I wish everybody safe journey down to Glasgow, especially all of you flying in from outside the UK. I look forward to that. I am looking forward to that.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for the great show as usual. Thank you for having this. Honestly, bro, I tried doing this, but I couldn't. And because I have some experience trying this, I know how difficult it is for you to bring these programs to us on a consistent basis. No matter how much people try to dampen your energy, you still continue doing it. So I appreciate your effort. Thank you so much for the great show.
Bless you, man.
Yeah, people click on that like button, smash that like button. That's the least you can do. If you're not going to drop a super chat, just click on the like button.
It's the simplest thing to do. It is what it is. Go on, man.
I wanted to speak about, I wanted to remind people that Nigeria is not a country. And I'm very happy that we have this platform, Mayegun's Diary Political. It has become all of us platform at this point, because this is where we air out. This is an opportunity to air out our grievances. And these terrible, evil people, especially the politicians, many of them listen to the show. Many of them, or their family members, they listen to the show. We have DSS, police, soldiers, all these criminal gangs. They come here and they snoop in, they listen. So it's an opportunity to pass their message and to tell the entire world that we don't have a country. We are stateless people. As far as you are a Nigerian, you are even more stateless than an Afghanistani citizen, a Syrian, a Libyan. Listen, those countries might be war-torn and quite hopeless in some aspects, but they are not completely hopeless. We are completely hopeless. We've gone past the point of redemption. How can we have a system where, imagine you find yourself in a country where you can be arrested, killed, and you will never get justice? even though the court system told the judge put up a stamp that you should be released and go back to your family, but the politicians can supersede the court system.
Override it.
Now, within that same dynamic, you have a governor, one of the people that have destroyed the country, stole money, became public knowledge. It's not a surprise. Everybody steals money, especially the people that have power. They are all thieves, we understand. But this guy stole money. The knowledge is in the public. Instead of arresting this guy, they let this guy walk around free. He's living with a governor. I'm talking about Yaya Bello.
Mm-hmm.
He's currently living with his descendant or the governor that came in after him, getting protection from the Nigerian police that are supposed to arrest him. Meanwhile, you have some other politicians coming out because they have grievances with Yaya Bello. They are now pretending like they care about Kogi State or the people of Kogi. They are saying, oh, arrest Yaya Bello. Is Kogi State no longer a part of Nigeria? The only reason they are coming out to say that is because they have a personal grievance against Yaya Bello. They don't give a damn about Kogi State.
Sharing and consuming group. So, I mean, they would like to be in. You kept talking about appointment. Okay, this and that. And you could tell, like, the guy is outside the sharing formula. He would like to be in. Go on, Baba.
Michael, that was a great evidence for people to understand that you don't have a country. We just found ourselves in a geographical spot that was given a name by random people that we have no clue who they are.
No connection.
And we are stuck within that system, and that system is guaranteed to deliver injustice. There is nothing we can do about it until we forcefully destroy that system. Secondly, we have the dildo senator. I don't even care about this guy's name at this point. I think it goes by the name Ado.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
this criminal.
Dildo senator. Go on.
Yeah, his name is Dildo Senator. And you know yourself, Mr. Dildo Senator. You were at Banex Plaza the other day accusing IPOB of attacking you just because you were trying to look for the easy target to pick on. You said, oh, IPOB was attacking me. Okay. Now, Mr. Dildo Senator was caught on tape assaulting a woman. But because it's Nigeria, it's a lawless contraption. If that woman has no connections to powerful politicians or pastors or imams or traditional worshippers or whatever, she's not going to get justice. And the types of justice that we get in Nigeria is fire for fire. Oh, you've cheated me. I know some people because I'm connected. Now I'm going to use the police to bully you and harass you and snatch your human rights. That's how Nigeria